Hi and welcome back. So in the last video, we added all these elements in the header, okay? If you didn't watch that video, just go back and watch it. Now, in this video, let's add elements that will be inside of the page. So, let's think in terms of a web page, right? There's maybe a header, and then there are items which will be inside of the page. Maybe these are the main items in the page, like the content in the page. So that's what I want us to add in here. So here, you can also say that this is a main. It helps certain screen readers to know what the page is doing. So that's why sometimes you'll see people using this. It's for the screen readers, and it's also good for semantic purposes. It's easier to describe a web page using some of this, but at the same time, you can also use a div. As I said, a div doesn't really have any particular meaning in HTML. A div is just a block that you can use to style elements. You can use it to group elements and style those elements. So in my case, let me first of all give this a div, right? I put things inside of a div, then I give it a class of main items. And then inside here of the div, I want to put different things, okay? I want to have an image, maybe somewhere here, an image. So let me show you what I mean. If I come here into my drawing tool, let's say in our page, I want to have like an image here, and then have some text there. And then also another one, I want to have an image here in the one that follows, and then have a text here. So this is what I want to create on the body of my HTML. Okay. And then once we have that, so we have something like that, and then with some text there, and then the next one has an image there and some text here, and then the next one, maybe I add like some images just here, and maybe a text there, and a text there. So that's what I want to create in the body of my page. So if I close this, no, let me group these in sections, okay? So the first section, I'm going to have an image on one end, and then I'm going to have text on another. And I know I can just divide them using a div, using two divs. One div will be on this side, on this end, and the other div will be on the other end. So maybe this div, let me give it a class of content left. So this shows that the content on this one will be on the left side. And then also I add another div here, and this one will be content right. So whether it's text or image, I want this to be on the left, this to be on the right. So in the first one, let's put an image inside of this div. And then in the second one, we can put a paragraph. Okay. So this image, let me see which image I can use. For the first one, if I come here, I can use this one. Let me start with this. And then I'll put the source in there. So remember, the image also has these other attributes like alternative text. You can add all that, okay? Alternative text, you can put anything you want in here. It will be good for SEO purposes. When you're creating a real web page, make sure you add something in the alt attribute for your image. And then here we have a text. I can say, I am a happy guy. I bring happiness to people. So before I put this, let me add h1 here. h1, no, let me add h2. h2. Happiness. So this is the first section. Let's give the first section some kind of title. H1, let's say my traits. So this will be the first section. It will have an image on the left, and then it will have some text on the right. Now I can just copy this, Control C, and then bring it down here. So this will be another section. Okay, so as I said, you can use divs for this. Okay, if you don't want to use these sections and all this, you can just fall back to divs. Actually, let me use something called article. So let me Control Z, then Control save this, and we're going to continue in the next video. So I will see you in the next video when we continue from here. So in this video, what I've done, I've just added this section, and in the next video you're going to see I'm going to add an article. I'm going to change this from this into an article. So I will see you in the next video.